It started as a joke, a stupid, reckless dare that 4 teenagers never should have taken. The night was thick with autumn fog, the trees outside whispering in the cold October wind. Madison, Jake, Olivia, and Tyler sat in Olivia's dimly lit bedroom, surrounded by flickering candles. It was just past midnight, and a sense of unease clung to the air. "I dare you," Jake smirked, his voice low and teasing, "to summon Bloody Mary." Olivia rolled her eyes. "Seriously, that's so cliché." Madison, always the skeptic, chuckled. "You guys actually believe in that nonsense?" Tyler leaned forward. "What's the worst that could happen?" They gathered in front of Olivia's bathroom mirror, their reflections barely visible in the candlelight. The air inside the small room felt stagnant, suffocating even. Olivia hesitated, then scoffed. "This is stupid," she muttered. But she did it anyway. They stood together, their faces solemn, and chanted 3 times. "Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary." For a moment nothing happened. Then the candles flickered violently. The room temperature plummeted. A faint scratching sound came from the mirror. A shadow moved behind the glass. Olivia gasped, stepping back, but Jake laughed. "Nice trick, Liv. I didn't do anything," she whispered, her breath fogging up the glass. The scratching intensified. It wasn't coming from inside the room, it was coming from the other side of the mirror. Then, they saw her. A grotesque figure emerged in the reflection, her face rotting, hollow eyes blacker than the void, a grin splitting her bloodied lips. Her nails, long and jagged, scraped against the inside of the glass. Her voice was a whisper at first, but it echoed in their ears like a scream. "You called me? Now you'll suffer." The candles blew out. The mirror shattered. And then Olivia screamed. Olivia's parents found her the next morning, curled up in a corner of her bedroom, her eyes gouged out, bloody sockets staring at nothing. The police ruled it as self-inflicted. They said she must have clawed them out in hysteria. Jake, Madison, and Tyler knew better. "She's real," Madison whispered, shaking. "Bloody Mary is real." Tyler refused to believe it. "Maybe Olivia. Maybe she went crazy." Jake clenched his fists. "We need to forget this. We never talk about it again." But Bloody Mary had already decided their fate. That night, Tyler woke up to a scratching sound. He groggily sat up, blinking in the darkness. His phone buzzed on his nightstand, an unknown number. He answered. Nothing. Just breathing. Then a voice rasped through the speaker. "Look in the mirror, Tyler." His heart pounded. He turned his head toward the dresser mirror across his room. His reflection wasn't moving. He reached out, waving his hand, but the Tyler in the mirror stood still, staring at him. Then, his reflection smiled. "What the hell?" he stammered. The smile stretched wider, too wide, until its lips tore at the corners, revealing black gums and rotting teeth. Blood dripped down its chin. Tyler's own reflection lunged at him. He screamed. His parents found him the next morning, his body twisted, broken, and crumpled like a rag doll. His face was frozen in terror, his mouth stretched open in a silent scream. The mirror in his room? Shattered. Blood smeared across the shards spelled one word: mine. Madison and Jake were the only ones left. They tried everything to escape. Jake left town. Madison smashed every mirror in her house. It didn't matter. The curse had latched onto them. Jake started seeing shadows in every reflective surface, shop windows, puddles, even the gleam of his phone screen. The figures would twitch, jerk toward him, whispering his name. One night, he turned on his bathroom light. His reflection wasn't there. Just blackness. Then, 2 rotting hands reached out from the mirror and grabbed him. Madison heard his screams over the phone. She ran to his house, but when she got there, Jake was gone. The only thing left was his phone, lying in front of the shattered bathroom mirror. The screen was still on. A message had been typed but never sent. "She's inside the mirror. She's coming for you next." Madison was alone. She stopped sleeping, stopped eating. Every reflective surface was covered, but she could feel Bloody Mary watching. The whispers never stopped. Then the night came. She woke up to the sound of glass cracking. Slowly, Madison turned her head toward the only uncovered surface in her room, her TV screen. A rotting, grinning face stared back at her. Mary stepped forward, her jagged fingernails tapping against the glass. Madison tried to run, but it's too late. The screen burst open, shards flying everywhere as 2 decayed hands grabbed her by the hair and yanked her inside. Her screams echoed, fading into the void. Then, silence. The next morning, her parents found the TV screen shattered. Madison was gone. But in the reflection of the broken glass, she was still there, trapped, screaming, forever. The cycle never ends. A month passed. The story of the missing teens spread. Whispers of the Bloody Mary curse filled the halls of their school. One night, a group of freshmen sat in a dark dorm room giggling nervously. "Do you think it's real?" one of them asked. "Only one way to find out," another said. They gathered in front of the mirror. They held hands and they chanted, "Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary." Somewhere deep inside the mirror's endless void, she smiled, and the cycle began again.